it's Amy. Welcome back to Too Blessed. I am filming today my updated home tour. This is my third attempt at recording this because my phone keeps messing up on me. So hopefully we can make it through this time. I just wanted to do a little update because most of my home tours I've done before have just been when I've got the house decorated for a holiday. So I just wanted to show you kind of our everyday spring and summer decor. So I'm starting right here at our front door. This is the inside, and I've got this wreath hanging here. I'm going to kind of just go over everything real quickly. Not every detail, but just kind of point out the big pieces maybe. Right here next to the door, I've got this little sign that I made with our last initial on it. And then I keep this hook here where I keep my purse and bags that I usually take when we go out somewhere. Keep it nice and handy. This is one of the things I changed. I've made a few changes in the house, and that's kind of what I want to point out this time. This little cabinet and mirror used to be in our dining room, and I decided to move it right here between the front door and the closet door. This is one of my favorite pieces. I've had it for a really, really long time, but I really love it. The cabinet and the mirror match. They came together as a set. The sign up there is actually one of those wall decals from Dollar Tree that I just put on the glass of that frame that I had. So, kind of just move along here. I've got this chair sitting in front of the closet door because I don't have any other spot to put it, and it's covered in a sheet because it's an ugly chair. So we're just going to kind of skim over that. I'm hoping to get rid of that chair is really my plan. So we're just going to kind of bypass that and not talk about it. We'll move on to the pretty areas. This is our fireplace. Just a little electric fireplace. It doesn't give off any heat or anything. It just lights up and kind of makes a crackling noise, but we really like it. We got that at a thrift store. This is one of my favorite spots right now, and even my husband commented on it after I did this that he really likes the way it looked, and that made me happy. So just generally mostly thrifted items. That little canvas sign that says Saved by Grace, that did come from Hobby Lobby. The little blue lantern on the right there came from Dollar General, and I really love that. It's got a little like flower cutout in the front, just really, really cute. So that is that area. There's a command hook on my wall. I forgot that was there. Oops. Okay, turning around this way, that right there leads to the hallway. The room to the right here, right there, is the master bedroom. And then if you go left down the hallway, it leads to the other bedrooms and the other bathroom. I'm not going to be sharing that today. I'm just going to go over sort of the main living areas. Right here is a little sitting area that we have set up. Chairs from the thrift store. I did buy those slip covers that are on the chairs, I think off of Amazon. The little table is one that came from my husband's parents' house, and it was in really rough shape when we got it. In fact, it was in two pieces, and the wood was just in pretty rough condition, so I ended up painting it. I don't know if you can tell, the base is green, and then the top is ivory, and I think it's really cute. It really turned out well. This picture up here is one you may not have seen, because usually I have some kind of holiday item here. So it's a Thomas Kinkade style, but it's just a print that came from Hobby Lobby many, many years ago when I used to work there. I actually worked in the frame shop at Hobby Lobby, and so I actually framed this piece. I cut the mats, you know, put them with the print, put it in the frame, did all of that. I don't have glass in some of the wall art that I have, especially the ones that I framed myself, just because I find the glass just creates a glare, and I didn't want to pay extra money for the non-glare glass, so I usually just leave it out. So that's what that is. Okay, then I'm going to come over into this part of the living room. You usually don't get to see this side of the room in my videos. So there is our entertainment center. Yes, it's an old entertainment center. It's an old television. We honestly don't use it very much. So doesn't bother us. There's our recliner. That little curio cabinet there, and it's a little hard to see because of the glare from the light, that used to be in the dining room also, and I just recently moved that in here. And up above the TV, we've got one of our wedding photos, and then the frames that are standing on the TV cabinet. These are all of my nieces and nephews, and I have 16 of them right now, and most likely there will be more, so I'm excited. I love my babies. Okay, then turning around, this side of the room you probably will recognize. This is what you generally see in most of my sit-down videos. That's where I film, and my sofa is a mess right now. I did not fix that before I filmed this. Sorry about that. But there's the coffee table. I just have a glass bowl that's on a metal stand, and it's got those little decorative balls in it. Candles came from Dollar General. You'll recognize that corner from my $5 Goodwill challenge. That's the mirror that I had to do some work on. So just kind of scan over this. I've got a video where I explained everything that's in my gallery wall, so you can check that out if you're interested. And then here's the love seat. Coming around, another little table right there. Okay, and then we're going to kind of head back this direction and into the dining room. Try not to make you sick as we go around here. This little area right here, I also have a separate video on when I did that cozy corner challenge, and I explained everything that's in this area. So like I said, I'm not really going to go over that. You can check that video out if you're interested, but I love how all of this goes together. I really just love it. Okay, and then moving over here, we've got this old dresser in the dining room. I use it to store some of my cake decorating supplies. And my plans are eventually that I want to paint it somehow and update it. I'm just not really sure what I'm going to do yet. So I haven't done anything. Lots of little decorative pieces here. A lot of these pieces you've seen if you've watched some of my haul videos, like that clock was from a thrift haul. That little sign that says "Be Still and Know" was from one of our recent trips. And then up here is a little cutout that goes between the dining room and the kitchen. That is a floral arrangement that I made. And then that little sign that says "You Were Born to Sparkle." And the mason jars came from Dollar Tree. The frames are from IKEA, and they were white, and then I painted them. Those candles were from one of our recent trips also, in the same haul video as that other little sign. Then right here, this home sign came from Hobby Lobby, but it was a long, long time ago. I've had that for a long time. And then this little metal piece here says, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." I got that from our church several years ago when I was a Sunday school teacher. And I really like that. Very pretty. Okay, and then kind of turning, oh, you're going to see the mess in my laundry room. Kind of turning this way. Let me just show you this over here. So here's the table. This is kind of my summer tablecloth. A lot of times I'll have like a yellow tablecloth or something with daisies on it, one of my favorite flowers. So right now I have this one, and then I've got this red, just a big bouquet of red roses because it brings out some of the red in the tablecloth, even though I don't really have any red anywhere else in the room. It worked, you know, it looks really nice with the yellow. There's a lot of yellow in the tablecloth too, so I think it makes it just look a little summery. Right over here we've got a china cabinet, but what I keep in there most of the year is a lot of things from our wedding. I've got the bouquets, my veil, the flower girl basket, all those little things from our wedding. And I just love having those there that we can see every day. So over here, in my last video, I showed how I was working on my husband's desk to kind of update it a little bit. So, like I said, not going to go into a lot of detail there because I showed that in the last video. But I just wanted to talk about these pictures up here. This one is another one of those sort of a Thomas Kinkade style. And I did that one, of course, at the same time I did the other one because the mats are the same. So I did them to go together. And then this one here, see now, this one's got glass and it glares. This one is a Thomas Kinkade picture, but it actually came out of a Thomas Kinkade calendar. And the reason I have that one, of course, I love the picture. I think it's beautiful. But when my grandmother passed away, she loved Thomas Kinkade, and every year she would get the Thomas Kinkade calendars. And she had kept them all just because she loved the pictures. And so I got those after she passed away, and I wanted to frame one of those pictures because, like I said, I love the picture, but then it also reminds me of her. Okay, and then going around to this area, this is our piano. And like I said, this piano used to be over where that little narrow table is now. And one day it just occurred to me to measure and see if the piano would fit over here. And it fits perfectly. I just love the way it looks over here. So much nicer than where we had it before. The piano came from a thrift store. The bench also came from a thrift store. I've kind of turned this into like a little music corner now, because my husband has been working on the guitar lately. He wants to learn to play it. And so I bought this little hook so that it could hang on the wall, because he doesn't have one of those hard guitar cases to keep it in. So I wanted to have it somewhere where it would be safe. And I think I like the way it looks displayed there. And then there's my mirror that came from a thrift store, of course. I think I showed that in a haul video also. And then this is how I've decorated above the piano. This painting, this is an actual painting. This was done by my best friend in high school. And she lived with her grandparents, and they were getting ready to move. And she actually gave this to me, and I've kept it ever since, and I love it. I just think it's so beautiful. And then I've got my candles there. And then coming down, a few decorative pieces, like that piece on the right was in a thrift haul not that long ago. The little frame, I just put a printout of some of the lyrics to a song that is very special to us. I've got a little floral arrangement there. That glass piece is from a thrift haul. And then that plate I got from my mom. So that, again, is what this whole area looks like. I'm just so happy with this. I think it turned out so pretty. Okay, and then finally we're going to head into the kitchen, which of course is right here. I hope it's not too dark. I tried it with the lights on and it just wasn't looking right. So I think the camera will kind of adjust as we come in here, hopefully. So this little spot here, just kind of, between the doorways, real narrow. I had this table. It came from Hobby Lobby long, long time ago. I got it on clearance. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I mean, I'm talking probably like 13, 14 years ago. I've had it a long time. So I put that there. I've got my little canister set, which came from Cracker Barrel a long, long time ago. This frame here, I like to change. I've got some of these frames around and I like to change things out from time to time. And right now I've got this one that says difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. And I really love that. It's a good reminder for me. And then this piece of artwork here is another one that I did when I worked at Hobby Lobby. And even back then, I didn't have a house, but I knew that I wanted my kitchen to be blue and yellow and have daisies. And so that was why I did this one, because I knew someday I would have a yellow kitchen and I would want to hang that. So there is that little area. I'm going to kind of turn back this way towards the dining room to show you this side. That light switch cover is one that I got on one of our recent trips. I showed that in my haul, so I got that installed and it looks so cute. This little piece here, whoops, sorry about that, I got from my mom. I remember this being in our house growing up ever since I can remember. Just for as long as I can remember. That's a long time. You've seen these frames at Christmas time. I had like Christmas pictures up there, and now what I've got in there is some pictures that came from a calendar that I got at Dollar Tree. And they're kind of farmhouse style, which is not what my house is. But I kind of thought the blue colors went well in here. And then just the fact that they're, you know, kitchen items. So I thought it was kind of fun. And that's typically what I do with these, is just kind of change them out occasionally to different things. And then coming down over here, here's our hutch. It doesn't look very different from what it looks like at different holidays. I just have a lot of my white pieces. The white bowls, and then that little tray set with the 3 little white bowls, those match my kitchen canisters, and that all came from Cracker Barrel, of course. This is our beautiful new refrigerator. I'm so happy with it. Our old one just didn't work very well, and it was that kind of almond color, which just always looked like it was dirty. So I'm very happy to have a nice white refrigerator that goes with my kitchen. Backing up here, here's my kitchen island. I don't really have anything decorative on the island because basically that's really my only good work surface. And so I don't really like to keep anything there that I have to hassle with when I get ready to cook or anything like that. My 2 little kitchen stools here, again, came from Hobby Lobby, but a very, very long time ago. They don't really necessarily go with the kitchen, but I love them, so they'll stay. And then, like I said, really, there's really not much different about this part of the kitchen from what you see at holidays. Usually just what I do is add holiday decorations. So otherwise this stuff just kind of stays the same. I've just got some fun sort of summery towels, and then I recently got this spoon rest at Walmart that just looks kind of like a canning jar. So that is the end of my tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.